Hello. Welcome everyone once again to another tutorial from Code Slice. Yes. What's happening now is that we're going to be having a series of tutorials um, where we look at coding for Kivy through your mobile phone. There was a time when my laptop charger broke, and I was itching to code. I was really itching to code. And finding out how to use Pydroid and Kivy launcher, it really helped because it meant that I could still continue coding even while I was still to purchase my laptop charger. So I'm sure even with yourself, maybe there might be a time where maybe you might be traveling, and you left your laptop behind, and you want to do some projects, just to move on with your plans. And then also there could also be that time where you want to test your apps, like how will they appear on the phone. So Kivy launcher is definitely the way to go. So in our first tutorial, we looked at how to actually use Kivy launcher with Pydroid. But right now, what we're going to be doing is, we're going to be working with labels. What's a label? Well, I'm not going to explain what the label is, but we're definitely going to learn how to use the labels, how to position them and things like that. So before just diving into the coding, what's very important is for Kivy launcher to work, of course, preparing the environment, having your Kivy folder, and within your Kivy folder, very, very important, you must have your projects. In this case, it's my app. And within your app, you must have your main pie and then also your Android text. I mentioned this, so I won't really go over it again. Yes, and once you have these, if you go to your Kivy launcher, you'll be able to see your project there, the project folder name, and then the title. This is Code Slice. Comment, like, share, subscribe. I really appreciate it. And also, please do share what video you'd like me to do next. Yes. Okay, so we have our Kivy launcher ready, as you can see. Let's go and see what we have in our main pie. So, okay, this is what we already have in my main in the main pie. I prepared this in advance, so as you can see, so some imports. So there's nothing except just a background color. So I don't really like working with the black background. So I created like a background color. So just to see what we have so far, let's go and run our Kivy launcher. Yes, so this is what we have. As you can see, it's just a background color. So let's go on and see how we can actually write labels and position label. So the first thing, of course, is the label itself. Okay, so the label is already imported. So we can write our label. So a label, of course, it needs a text. So the text here can be welcome. Yes. So of course, if you write your text, it should be able to update. We should be able to see it. Okay, all right. So we can see now that there's a welcome there. So this is a label that we've created. So when it comes to labels, especially in your main menu screen, so sometimes you would like to have the label like at the top corner, like maybe at the top corner or top center. So positioning a label is actually a bit complicated. Not too much though. The reason why I'm saying it's complicated is because sometimes we like to use, we want to align the text maybe to the top and middle, so which means we use V align or H align. But then there's a problem when you do it that way, because actually nothing will happen. Just to show you what I mean, so we can go on ahead and we can position it vertically at the top, so it can be top, and then we can position it horizontally at the center. Yes, so if you run this code, so I'm going to save it now, and then if we run this code, you'll be able to see that there's been no change, like nothing changed at all with the label. It's still the same, it's still at the middle. Yeah, and this is like sometimes what you run across. The only way to ensure that you can be able to position and align your label or your text, what you need to do is you need to set the text size. So you need to have a text size, and then you can be able to then position it. Simply all you have to do is you can just put that text size, and then you can say self dot size. Yeah, so once you do this, then you will be able to then use V align and H align. Yeah, so if we go on and open that, you will see that now it will be perfectly aligned at the top center. Top center, as you can see, welcome at the top center. Yes, and yeah, so we do have the text, but it appears too small. So maybe we would like to just increase the font size. That is quite simple actually. So you can just say font size, and you can go on and make it maybe 100. Also, if you want to change the color, you can just also put in color. But I won't really be changing the color, but I'm just showing you for the sake of showing you. So let's say you wanted it to, let's say, be a black color. So you would put that color there. Yeah. Yes, so we've increased the font size, and then also we've changed the color to black. Yeah. So if we go on and launch that, yes, as you can see, it's black now. It's black. Once again, I'm just showing this to demonstrate how to change the color. Yeah, but black is not a good color against this background. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go on and exclude that. Yes, so with titles, sometimes you might want to stylize them. So meaning maybe you want to make them like bold, or maybe in italics, or maybe even add other forms of stylizing the fonts. In order for you to do that, you need to set the markup, the text markup, to true. So you can do it in this way, just markup, and then you can say true. Then after that, if you want to make it bold, then you can just say bold, then true. If you want to also make it maybe italics, you can just say italic, true. All right. Yeah, so this means now markup means now you can be able to stylize your text, and then bold, it's going to be true, so which means it's going to be bold, it's going to be italic as well. So if you go on and run that, it should be what we desire it to be. Let's see. Yep, as you can see, it's bold, it's italics, it's working. Perfect. Perfect. Everything is going according to plan. Yeah, so this is basically how you use a label. So we can yeah, we can just go on and maybe create another label. Label. This time we can say text Okay, 2. Font size, this will give the font size, the size of the font. I prefer 100, especially for titles. So I want the this text to be at the center. So the label is by default is already at the center, so I don't have to, in this case, use text size and v-align and h-align. I can just save it as it is, so it's going to appear right at the center. Yes. And then the last label, okay, just to create the space there. Okay, the text here, welcome to what? What is this? This is Code Slice. So welcome to Code Slice once again. Please like, subscribe, and please comment what you'd like. So once again, text size, in order for you to use to align your text, very important. Self dot size. All right, so now we can use h align. In this case, we want this to appear at the bottom, so we're going to say what? Bottom. We don't want it at the top, we want it at the bottom. And where at the bottom? The center bottom. If you want it left, you can write left. If you want it right, you can say right. But in this case, we want it at the center. Yeah. And then, of course, the font size, since we are working with the bigger size, so 100 is best. Yeah, so if you go on and save that, let's wait for it. Check that out. Yes, check that out. As you can see, the 2, even though we didn't position it, by default it's positioned at the center. Yeah, and then with Code Slice we had to use text size in order for us to align it. Yes, and also something that you can also do with text is you can also do some padding as well. Let's say this welcome, you want it to maybe come a bit down instead of it starting at the top. You can just add some padding to it. So padding x 0 and then y maybe by 50. So for it to maybe just go a bit down. Let's go and save that. Okay, as you can see, now the welcome is a bit down. It's a bit down. Yes, so that's something that you can also do, use padding. There's a lot of other things you can use, such as size hint, which is good, especially if you're going to be working with different screens and things like that. Size hint you can use on labels as well. Also position hint as well. I won't really cover that in this tutorial specifically. But one interesting thing that I would just like to show everyone as we are coming to a close, something that you can actually do is if you change the label into a button, you will see that actually the button behave exactly the same as a label. Yeah, so which means in order for you, for instance, to align the text within a button, you need to use text size. Yeah, so actually a button and a label, it's pretty much the same thing. It's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, so when you do work with labels and buttons, just always remember that actually those are technically the same thing. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, so just to run that, let's see how it appears. So we changed one of the labels into a button. Let's see what happens. it's coming. Wow, check that out, check that out. Do you see the positioning of the labels doesn't change, because actually a button behaves the same way. Actually it's more of the position of the text. Yeah, in order to position the text, it actually works the same way with the button as well. So this tutorial will not only help you for labels but also for buttons as well. Yeah, so once again, this is Coach Slice. Please subscribe for some more videos. So every day there will be a video. There's always going to be something new. Yeah, so this is Coach Slice. See you guys next time.